Hey everybody, this is Her Truck 101 and I'm back with another quick video. I just wanted to talk today really brief about the different types of trucking accounts that you can get because basically I'm brand new. I had no clue there was options other than over the road, what you generally consider over the road. So you do have a couple options when you get into trucking. One would be a traditional over the road account, which is like you go out all 48 states and you go out for at least about 3 weeks at a time, and then you're home for probably about 2 or 3 days, and then you come back. It's given to you at random. It's never the same route, it's never the same state. That's all 48 states. That would be your traditional over the road. Then what you have is regional, which is where say like for example, if I'm in Florida, I might be able to work in a comfort zone where I might go from Florida to Georgia to Tennessee, or maybe you only hit the southern states or the western states or the east or the north side, or there's certain comfort zones. But from my understanding is regional is probably about 5 or 6 states, maximum, and then back in the loop. You don't necessarily go to the same spots, but you do get to stay within your region. Now, the home time is still the same as traditional over the road. So you are out still for 3 weeks at a time, and then you're home for 2 or 3 days. And that's pretty much how regional works. So basically, the only difference with that between regular over the road is just that you're only hitting certain states as opposed to going to all 48 states. So that might be something you want to look into if you're brand new or you just want to stay within a certain area or zip code. Your next option that you have besides traditional, over the road, regional, you have what's considered dedicated. And dedicated is like, for example, I'm in Florida. I'm working right now to finish up my training, which that'll be over in about 2 more weeks or so. I'm working on a Target dedicated account. So dedicated is kind of more so you might hit up 2 or 3 states or a certain area. You usually stay within 1 or 2 states, and it's dedicated to a certain customer. Like you might see certain people pulling trailers for Walmart, for Target, for Ross, for Dollar General, for Family Dollar, just specific customers, specific stores, specific merchandise. So with that option, you're basically just delivering loads back and forth. You're either picking up a trailer or dropping off a trailer from Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Family Dollar, Dollar General, whatever your customer base is. So how that works is you pretty much stay busy doing those loads. For me right now, I'm getting loads every other day because I'm still completing my 200 hours. But once my hours are complete, then me and my mentor will switch, and then it'll be more like team driving. So the truck will be constantly moving. So when he's driving, I'll be asleep and vice versa. But anyway, back to dedicated. Some people prefer that. If you prefer to be within a certain state or closer to home, like myself, I'm from Florida, so the route that I'm on literally just goes through Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and then back around. So I'm really only going maybe like a day trip worth of time out. So that might be something you want to consider if you have family members or small children, or you have a spouse or something like that, or something to where you want to be home a lot more often. Because the thing about it is I stop in Lake City every day, so if I want to, if I don't have another load until 1 or 2:30 in the morning, I could actually go home for a few hours and come back. But that is all depending on up to you. So I would say definitely dedicated is something that you might want to consider if you prefer to be to where you can go home more than one time a week as opposed to waiting all the way to 34-hour reset. All right, so that is dedicated. The next route I wanted to talk about was local. Now, local routes are usually something that require at least a year or two of experience. Most companies want 6 months, and some I've seen want a year. But local is just exactly how it's explained. It's just for a client that's within your city or within your zip code. It's usually within your city or town, and that's all you literally do is whatever loop they have you on every single day or every other day, however they schedule you. And that's something that will keep you home a lot more often than over the road. So I would say, as a tip, if you're someone that's young, you have a family, you have small children, or you want to think about starting a family, or say you have animals or family members that are elderly or something where you need to be within a certain vicinity, you might want to consider the local or the dedicated accounts. Now, I would say if you are a newbie, it's very rare that you're going to get a local account unless you just happen to luckily find someone that's willing to take a chance on you, because most companies want you to have some type of experience before they just put you in their truck going around the corner. It's a lot of responsibility. Also, I wanted to say with dedicated, that is something that's more so for a person that is going to be reliable, because it is a very time sensitive accounts. These loads have to be at a certain place at a specific time. So if you're one of those people that tends to be like a procrastinator, or you prefer to kind of maybe get a load and say you need to get this load from Florida to Chicago and they're giving you 4 or 5 days to get there, you might want to go to something more like traditional over the road.